Caitlin Clark just exposed a massive fraud, and Cheryl Reeve is at the center of this whole mess. Is Reeve really the right person to lead the Olympic team? Subscribe to the channel because there's a lot of drama and twists in this story. Let's take a trip down memory lane, guys. A year ago, before Caitlin Clark was drafted, Cheryl Reeve made a comment that aged very poorly.
Caitlin Clark might make you want to lose every game, but not here.
That's right. Reeve was already underestimating Clark before she even entered the league. But here's the thing. Reeve had no idea about the storm that was about to hit the WNBA. Clark arrived with a bang, breaking records and proving Reeve completely wrong. And we're not talking about minor contributions here. Clark has been crucial to the growth and popularity of the WNBA. What's amazing is that, even with all the hype and Clark's incredible performance, Reeve continued to doubt. She maintained this dismissive attitude, and it came back to bite her hard. How so? Well, that's where the story gets even more interesting. In the last game before the All-Star, Reeve faced Caitlin, and she did something that left everyone speechless. She didn't just play well, she shattered the single-game assist record. 19 assists. That's right, against the team coached by Cheryl Reeve herself, the Dallas Wings. Clark was dishing out assists left and right, like the game was child's play for her. The crowd went wild. Everyone in the arena was witnessing history being made. But it didn't stop there. In the All-Star game right after, Clark did it again. Another assist record broken, this time in the Star game. And again, who was on the other side? Cheryl Reeve. Clark's performances weren't just impressive. They were a slap in the face to everyone who doubted her, especially Reeve. Clark proved on national TV that not only does she belong among the WNBA elite, but she could be the future of the league. And you know what's even crazier? Even after all this, even after being humiliated twice in less than a week, Reeve still tried to downplay Clark's impact. But by this point, everyone was seeing the obvious. Caitlin Clark is a force of nature, and ignoring that is simply madness. Do you remember that interview before the All-Star game?
Media exposure. Is there any second guessing here about not having Clark on the Olympic team?
From me? No.
She practically dismissed the idea of having Clark on the USA Olympic team with a mocking tone. And it doesn't stop there. Reeve's statements generated a huge negative reaction among fans and even analysts. Everyone was questioning, how can you ignore a player who is breaking records and elevating the entire league? What's even more incredible is that while Reeve was trying to belittle Clark, the WNBA commissioner was celebrating record viewership and increased merchandise sales. And guess who she credited for this success? That's right, Caitlin Clark. This whole situation exposed not only Reeve's stubbornness, but also raised serious questions about her ability to assess talent and lead the Olympic team. We're seeing a coach who seems completely out of touch with the current reality of the WNBA, and this is becoming increasingly evident to everyone. Caitlin Clark's impact on the WNBA is no joke. She's not just playing well, she's changing the entire game. And this is making everyone question the Olympic Selection Committee's decisions, especially Cheryl Reeve. Let's talk numbers. The WNBA is seeing an incredible surge in interest. Ticket sales, TV viewership numbers, everything is going up. Caitlin is bringing new fans to women's basketball like no one has before. But then we ask, how can a player of this caliber, who is impacting the league so significantly, not be on the Olympic team? This makes no sense, people. And it's not just me saying this. Analysts, former players, fans, everyone is criticizing this decision. It's clear that the selection committee, led by Reeve, made a huge mistake. Take a look at this play. Even Griner was amazed by Caitlin's pass. Not to mention the partnership that formed at this All-Star game. The WNBA team was so connected, it felt like they had been playing together for years. Even Angel Reese became super friends with Caitlin. They were really having fun. But that pass from Clark to Reese drove everyone crazy. After so much rivalry, they were on the same team on the court. This All-Star was a true show. Even Cheryl Miller, who led the WNBA team, recognized the talent of the rookies. And that's very important for the future of women's basketball. This shows that the rest of the league has already understood what Reeve seems unwilling to see. Caitlin Clark is the future of the WNBA. And ignoring this is not only a mistake for the Olympic team, but also for the entire league. We're seeing a player who is redefining what is possible in women's basketball. And instead of embracing this, the Olympic team leadership is doing everything to minimize it. This isn't just a judgment error, It's a disservice to women's basketball as a whole. Is Cheryl Reeve really the best option to lead the USA Olympic team? After everything we've seen, it's hard to defend that she is. First, we have the two recent losses. Reeve's team lost to the WNBA All-Star team, which had Clark dishing out assists like there was no tomorrow. That's already a huge red flag. But the problem goes beyond the results on the court. Reeve is showing a serious inability to recognize and utilize new talents, and many people are questioning these choices. And there's more. We're seeing a tense environment forming around Reeve. Reeve is also having trouble adapting the team's defense. She admitted herself that the team is struggling to adjust to new defensive schemes. In a high-level competition like the Olympics, this kind of problem can cost medals. And then we come back to the Clark issue. Reeve is ignoring one of the best passers the league has ever seen, a player who is breaking records and drawing more attention to the WNBA than anyone else in recent years. All of this together paints a worrying picture. We're seeing a coach who seems to be losing touch with the modern game, who is creating unnecessary tensions within the team, and who is leaving out talents that could make a difference. So the question remains, isn't it time for a change in leadership? American women's basketball deserves to have the best possible team, with the best possible leadership. And the way things are going, it doesn't seem like Reeve is that leadership. The Paris Olympics are coming, and the clock is ticking. The pressure on Reeve and the American team is increasing by the day. The decisive games are approaching. It's the team's chance to show whether the criticisms are valid or not. But what if Team USA loses? What if Caitlin Clark's absence is felt? The WNBA is boiling. Fans are demanding answers, the media is watching every move, and the players themselves seem divided. The future of American women's basketball is at stake here. The American Basketball Federation is at a crossroads. Keep Reeve and risk more losses and controversies? Tension is in the air, and at any moment we could have a twist in this story. The future of American women's basketball has never been so uncertain. What do you all think of this? We've seen how Caitlin Clark is changing the game, breaking records, and drawing more attention to the WNBA than ever. We've also seen how Cheryl Reeve seems lost, making questionable decisions and creating unnecessary tensions. The truth is, American women's basketball is at a decisive moment. The choices made now will shape the sport's future for years to come. And you, the fans, have a crucial role in this. So I want to hear from you. Did Caitlin Clark deserve a spot on the Olympic team? Should Cheryl Reeve continue as coach? What would you do if you were in charge? Leave your opinion in the comments. Let's create a constructive debate and show that WNBA fans are passionate and knowledgeable about the sport. And if you enjoyed this analysis and want to stay updated on all the WNBA dramas and news, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to the channel. Also, activate the bell so you don't miss any videos. The WNBA is more exciting than ever, and we will continue to bring you all the news and analysis. See you in the next video.